Good morning students, welcome to the social class. Today's topic is third chapter from Civics. That is, what is government? This is the third chapter from Civics. Okay? Right. So, we need to learn in this lesson about the government. Yes. So, the subtopics of this lesson are levels of the government, laws of the government, types of the government and democratic governments. Yes. So, everything about the government we need to learn in this lesson. Right. Here, there are many sentences which represent the importance of government. If you read these sentences, you can come to know the importance of government. Yes. So, what is government and how it is able to take the decisions and how it decides which decisions has to be taken? All these things we need to learn from this lesson. So, the first one is every country needs the government to take the decisions and to take the things from others or get the things done. So, you will understand the meaning of these sentences or words in the coming lesson. Yes, any decision in our country will be taken by the government. Yes, all the decisions. For example, the decisions related to the roads, schools, and the price of the onions. So, how to reduce the price of onions when those were expensive, and how to supply more electricity to our country, and government can focus on many social issues also, like how to help to the poor people and to eradicate many social evils or the social practices. All these things are in the hands of government. Not only this, our government running postal and railway services also. If we look into the responsibilities, roles of the government, we may be surprised. Why? Because lot many things are there in the hands of government and many more responsibilities are there on the head of government. Yes, few examples are: the prime responsibility of the government is to safeguard the boundaries of our country. Yes, who is standing at the borders of our country? Those are the Jawans or the military. So, to supply everything along with the human resources to the army is the prime responsibility of Indian government. Not only that, to maintain a good relations with the other countries also responsibility of our government. Yes, that's why you may be observed that our Prime Minister is often visiting other countries' Prime Ministers and Presidents to keep a good friendship with the other countries. Why? Because India is not a lonely country and we are not alone on this planet. So we need to make a harmonious friendship or relation with other countries. It is very important to every country. So who will go to the other countries on behalf of India? Of course, it is the government to take the step of this. Yes, and to supply the food for the whole country is the responsibility of the government. Means the country people has to eat healthy food and the country people will be with healthy. So the health and the well-being of the country people lies in the hands of the government. So did you observe any time if any natural disasters occur, means like earthquake or tsunami? So who will be the first persons to stretch their hand to the people who are suffering? Obviously, it is the government who stood first, who stands always on behalf of the people and who give its hand to the people who are in the situation of very bad. Yes, this is the government which take care of the people in that country. One more important part of the government is laws and the courts. Yes, when the crime happened, for the justice, we will go to the courts. So there the lawyers are there who take up the cases and who proceed in the cases. So these people, the lawyers and the courts are a part of government. So like this, government is doing many and variety kinds of things and many responsibilities are there on the head of government. We may be surprised for sometimes how the government is doing all these things and how the government is taking decisions for all these millions of people. So these are very surprising questions for us. Sometimes we may feel very difficult to complete the 6 subjects, right? To complete the homeworks of 6 subjects. Then how it is possible to the government to run this big democratic country? In all the issues, many matters, many religious, many feelings. So it has to cope up with everything, right? It is a very big task to the Indian government to run smoothly. Yes, now this is the lesson which explains us the importance of government. So this is not the lesson about the political parties. So this is the lesson about the functions of the government and the importance of Indian government. Yes, while you are reading this concept, you may come across a single question. That is, why the government has to form, why the government has to do all the things. Right? Somebody may have this question. So, when human beings starts living the life in the villages and the cities, they need some organized living. So the meaning of this word is, for example, your neighbor or the person who lives besides you cannot come to your home to use your TV, and he cannot take the water from your house without your permission. Right? So you have some structured house and it has a compound wall, and you and your family members have rights to utilize the things in that compound wall. So which the house or water resources or trees, flowers or things in your house, everything is belongs to you and it's called as your property. The others have no right and others have no chance to come to your house without your permission to utilize the things inside that compound wall. Right? Means what? Who told that that land is belongs you? Who told that? Who stops that your neighbor should not come to your house without taking your permission? So these are all called structured things. And we are living on the basic rules. So that if you want to go to others' house, you have to ask them, can I come to your house? Or if you want anything from their house, can you give that one to me? I had no water in my house. Please, can you give me some water? So it is manners of the human beings to take the permission. And we have constructed rules around us. Of course, those are good. So when we are developing, some restrictions has to be on us. Otherwise, everybody will behave as they wish, which leads to destruction. If the people did not follow the simple basic rules, it will create much of nonsense in our colony, in our village, in our country and in our world. That's why everybody has to form organized life and they need to follow some rules and regulations. So, to make the human beings lead an organized life, governments are necessary. They will tell us how to live, what to do, how to do. So, our government laid down some rules and regulations which everybody has to follow. So, it has to take some important decisions for the sake of country on behalf of the country people, and the government is responsible for the implementation of the decisions. It is taking the decisions for us and it is implementing the decisions for us. So, government is working for us only. So, it is created by the people and it is working for the people. So, this is the introduction of the government. So, government is an organized body which helps to the country people to guide them and to make their life in an organized way. It passed the rules and regulations which everybody has to obey them. If we go to the anti-government things, what will happen? Many of the country people will be suffered by those type of people who did not listen the words of government. So it is safe for us if we listen the word of government. Why? Because it always look for the welfare of the people in our country. So it always will do good to the people. That's why it is better to listen the word of government.